What up, nation? Welcome to another edition of the WiseTake NBA DFS First Look Core for CK013 here. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013. And I'm from the WiseTake Nation, which you can find at wisetake.com. You can follow on Twitter at wise_take. And on Instagram and Facebook at WiseTake without the underscore. We are a premium DFS content provider, as well as a DFS community designed to help make you a better DFS player. So come rock with the nation if you're serious about getting better. We got projections I use, cheat sheets, slate breakdowns, core plays that I write, final. But anyway, go check that out. Also, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure you hit the notifications bell so you're notified whenever we do go live. We do a whole bunch of free content on the channel for all different types of sports year round. We do the game by game breakdown. Make sure you check that out. This show, of course, is a first look. Just four players that stood out to me in my first look. I do a game by game breakdown on this channel, where we go over kind of like a midday kind of thing, where we go over our projections and just kind of see what has to be tweaked and see what teams kind of stand out from that standpoint. So make sure you subscribe. We also got the flagship show, which is the NBA Wise stream. We start that about an hour and 15 minutes before lock. Take you into lock. Trying to keep you updated with news, going position by position, talking about exposures, answering questions. It's a lot of fun. So make sure you hit the notifications bell, subscribe to the channel. Don't miss any of the content we do. With that said, again, the point of the show is four players that stood out to me. It's currently 11:15 p.m. on Wednesday night as I'm doing this for Thursday's slate. So just kind of going over for the first time, there were four players that stood out to me. There is a lot of injury stuff kind of going on. Some news we're going to need, but these players, based off what we know, I thought were interesting. First up, Andre Drummond, cover boy, 9,800 on both sites. He's got a matchup with the Clippers, which is phenomenal for centers. This is an awesome matchup. Duking it out with Zubac and Montrezl, who's not very big. And Blake Griffin is doubtful, so assuming he is out, still making an assumption, but assuming he is out, I think that Drummond should have excelled usage, increased usage rather, and the matchup is phenomenal. So I do love Andre Drummond. Blowout is concerned. Clippers are a very good team, but I tell you what, if the Pistons do hang in this game somehow, it's got to be because of Drummond. Sticking with the Pistons theme, Christian Wood, I'm willing to go back to on FanDuel. They didn't even bother raising his price, left him at 4,100, and that's the theme of the day, as you'll see with the next couple of players. But Christian Wood is 5,100 on DraftKings. The price has come up. He kind of busted. Like, he was 3,800 on DraftKings that day, so if you got a 21, he didn't kill you. But he was massive chalk, and he didn't do well. The first half that he played was just really variant. He didn't get a rebound, didn't really take any shots. He got most of his fantasy points in the second half. So I still think that with Markieff Morris out, with Blake Griffin out, if this man is going to get, 28 minutes like he did last time, I think he's going to be able to hit value, no problem. So I do think Christian Wood, assuming Blake is out, we know Markieff Morris is still out. I think Christian Wood is interesting. On FanDuel, I expect him to be chalk again. On DraftKings, we'll see. Curious to see how many people back off because of the price increase and the fact that he didn't do as well as people had hoped the day before or the last game. Next up, Draymond Green, D'Angelo Russell, Willie Cauley-Stein, expected to be out again. Draymond Green, the usage was there. We know he's not a big scorer, only shot 11 shots and made 4 of them. But he was really close to a triple-double, and that game did go to overtime. Keep that in mind. I just don't know if they raised his price enough. Even if we lower on Draymond throughout the day when we look into things, I still think as of now, based off the news that we have, the Warriors are a team we're going to want to get some exposure to. It's just a matter of which ones. Draymond is like the one that you try to go to, being that he's supposed to be the leader of the team and everybody out. But either way, with all the injuries they have, we're going to want something from Golden State. I didn't put any Minnesota players in this because we are waiting for news. But it happens to be the same game. They're playing Minnesota. Phenomenal matchup for both teams. Just two bad teams going at it. You got to love it for fantasy. And I think that, we'll have to look at the Minnesota side based off the news we get there. If Jeff Teague, Wiggins, and Cat all miss again, which is definitely a possibility. They probably will. But we'll have to look at the other side. But either way, this Golden State game is definitely going to be interesting if the Minnesota players get out, because on both sides you have thin teams, and it's just a matter about deciding whose prices are too high and whose prices are worth taking risks on. But Draymond's in here for now, sticking with the Golden State because of that. Again, that's a game that I think is going to be somewhat of a focal point, especially if Minnesota's guys are out. We don't know the news on them just yet, but we do know on Golden State, so I'm leaning towards them for now. But 6,500 on DraftKings. Again, that last game he smashed. He was chalk. He went to overtime. We don't want to overreact. On FanDuel, he's 5,600. Again, they didn't bother to move his price. That's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Phenomenal play on FanDuel. DraftKings, I do like him, but again, we have to look into this. We got to make a decision if the price is too high. So we'll pull up the projections, kind of go over it, take a look at the minutes we expect him to play, and we'll see relative to the slate. Because it's not just about his projection, it's about everyone else's as well. Where does he rank amongst all the other plays at his position, right? So we'll have to take a look, because I didn't see a ton of value that I loved on this slate or on DraftKings. On FanDuel, different story. We got Christian Wood, etc. On DraftKings, I didn't see a ton of real value that I loved. But that's going to do it. Remember, guys, thin teams. We want to stick with the thin teams and find the pricing inefficiencies, find guys that maybe in that situation could be low owned. I think today we did well with the Minnesota. I mean, I didn't, I got burned by Isaac getting hurt. But I do think we were on the right track staying on the Minnesota guys, and their ownership wasn't as high as I thought it was going to be. So I'm good with that. But anyway, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. Likes go a long way. Allow us to continue to do these videos on the regular, put out free content on the regular. So if you're a fan of the nation, if you like the content we do, all we ask is you hit that like button. Much appreciated. For myself, the entire WiseTake Nation, I'll see you guys later a couple times. And as always, good luck.